Hey everybody, how y'all doing? This is Carla with today's inspiration. And as always, I'm here to encourage you and to remind you that you can live every day on purpose. And I mean that literally every day. No matter what the day holds, you can live on purpose. You can walk on purpose. You can move on purpose. You can do everything intentionally as you were designed for God. I was reminded from a Sunday school lesson actually recently about Paul as he wrote, many epistles, which are letters. He wrote most of the New Testament, and when he wrote the second Timothy, when he wrote that letter, he was in prison, and not only in prison, it was going to be his last time. He was nearing his execution. Now, the thing about it, while he was there, he was writing letters to Timothy, who was like his protege, a younger minister, younger pastor, in fact. And he was writing to him to encourage him on this journey, to encourage him in his mission, and to encourage him as he lived his purpose, which was to be a pastor. And, if you think about it, Paul was in prison for something. He didn't commit a crime. He was in prison for simply teaching and preaching about Jesus. Not a crime. But they felt so intimidated and enraged that they did arrest him. And as we were reminded by the preacher in Sunday school, not only was he in prison, he was in a prison that was deep down in the ground, which was actually a dungeon. Now, those circumstances were not good. Terrible circumstances. Can you imagine? He's in prison. Surely he was not eating, prime rib or anything decent. Surely he was being beat. Surely he was being mistreated. Surely he was not a happy person. But yet, he still rose above his circumstances, and he wrote to encourage others. He wrote to the churches as well to encourage and to teach. Now, what do they have to do with you and I? To remind us that we don't have to wait until everything is perfect. We don't have to wait until we're on the mountainside. We don't have to wait until everything is going well for us to complete our purpose. We don't have to wait until we feel good to make others feel good. Because a lot of times things just go wrong and go bad. And if you always wait, you've missed the opportunity to help somebody. And that's what it's all about, is helping others and serving others and teaching others and encouraging others and uplifting others. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's just telling them the truth. So Paul wrote notes from the dungeon. He wrote words of encouragement from the dungeon. Just think what you and I could do, and we're not in the dungeon. I don't care what your circumstance may be. You still have something to give and something to say, something to do that will help someone else, that will uplift somebody else. So rise above your circumstances, get out of that dungeon, and let somebody know that God is good and He is there to keep them and lead them and guide them. And most of all, that He loves them. God bless you. Have a great day. This is Carla with today's inspiration.